Welcome, everybody. This is Paul Romero with the Swiss Global Independent Business Owner Network Marketing Training number 82. Welcome to 2015, everybody. Here we are. We're 10 days in, and this is being, wait a minute. We're not 10 days in. We're 7 days in. I'm looking at December's calendar up there, making it the 10th today. So we're 7 days in, a whole week, 7 days in. Anything changed for you yet so far in 2015? How about them New Year's resolutions? They gone already? 7 days, out the door. Everything back to normal after 7 days? All the hype, 2015, settle right back into where we left off in 2014? Or are we making some serious changes? Or is everything back the way it used to be? Just like last year. Just like 8 years ago. Remember 8 years ago? Yeah. Pre-crash times, maybe 2006, 5, 4. Everything was great, right? Everything back to normal, just like 8 years ago. Way back when everything was wonderful. Well, you know what? Everything wasn't wonderful in 2008. I mean, or 2006 or 5 or whatever. I mean, look where it got you. All that wealth that we had, all that wealth that we felt like we had. Let me rephrase that. All that wealth that we felt like we had in 2004, 5, and 6, it was all debt. It wasn't real. And look what happened. Everybody got pounded. And if you're seeking today for everything to go back to, quote, normal of like it was in 2004, 5, 6, pre-crash times, and especially, I mean, if it's starting to feel like that for you, you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up right in the middle of the herd that's being led straight to the slaughterhouse once again. I mean, history repeats itself. You've all heard the phrase. You've all heard that saying that those who fail to learn history are doomed to repeat it. It's true. I mean, if you didn't learn anything from 2004, 5, 6, 7, and especially throughout 8, 9, 10, and 11, you're doomed to repeat it. It's gonna happen again. There's no question about it. I was looking at some quotes this morning. These are pretty interesting. I'm not quite sure who all these people are. I haven't read them. But this gentleman, George Gordon Byron, says, "History, with all her volumes vast, hath but one page." I mean, that's so real. This other guy, George Palahniuk, claims to be a survivor. I have no idea, but his quote is, "There are only patterns, patterns on top of patterns, patterns that affect other patterns, patterns hidden by patterns, patterns within patterns. If you watch close, history does nothing but repeat itself. What we call chaos is just patterns we haven't recognized. What we call random is just patterns we can't decipher. What we can't understand we call nonsense, and what we can't read we call gibberish. There is no free will. There are no variables." Kind of gets a little off subject there towards the end, I think, but the whole patterns thing, I mean, it goes right back with the one page. It's just like same thing over and over and over in a different variation and about a different subject. Here's one from Studs Terkel. I think this, excuse me, I think this might be a book called Hard Times, an Oral History of the Great Depression. He says, "I presumably lost $150,000 in the Depression of 1937 on my one stock investment because I did everything Lehman Brothers told me. I thought, well, is this a fool's procedure, buying stock in other people's business?" I mean, really, buying stock in other people's businesses, people you don't know, people you have no idea of their education, people you have no idea where they came from, you have no idea of their ethics, their morals, the way they think, what they do, you have no idea who they're hiring and firing, how they run a business, and you're buying stock in their company. And worse yet, you're giving somebody else your money and letting them buy the stock in their company because they said so. Lehman Brothers, is that what he said? All right. Why not buy stock in yourself? And this one is Aaron B. Powell, voluntary. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I don't know where these came from. I just found them this morning. I just kind of liked them. I thought they were kind of a little bit, kind of went along with my subject matter today. Will this generation be able to turn things around and learn a valuable lesson from all this? I hope so, but I have my doubts. The damage has been done, and as a lifelong student of history, it's quite evident that human beings don't learn from the mistakes of past generations. So, once again, history repeats itself, and if you're looking to go back to the way things were, if you're looking to go back to normal of pre-crash times, how it all was, which is certainly the picture that's being painted before us, is it not? I mean, housing prices are almost right back to 2006 prices. Everybody's pounding you with, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this, get credit, all this stuff. Same freaking story. It's going to happen again, guys. It is going to happen again. You want to buy stock in other people's businesses? Why not buy stock in yourself? Why not put stock in yourself? Morning, John. How are we doing today? In case you didn't.
Oh, doing great. Good morning, Paul. Happy Wednesday. I like where you're taking this conversation.
In case you didn't see the tagline on there this morning, today we are selling. All right. This is blatant, flat out, no holds barred. We are selling, and what we're selling is something that everybody wants, and that is choice. All right. We're selling the choice to do whatever you want, whenever you want. We're selling freedom. We're selling Swiss Gold Global here today, all right? So,
well, exactly as Paul said, we're selling today. That's what we're here doing. We're selling, the option to own your life, as we talk about the book and what the system is. But I just want to say, Paul, great conversation this morning where you're taking this, and it kind of ties into a conversation I just had earlier this morning with another business partner of mine. About the economy. He happens to be a day trader, and has very interesting insight into the market that a lot of people don't have. He's pretty savvy and with it, and I love having conversations with him about it. And with that being said, with the price of gold skyrocketing up almost $75 yesterday, and with everything that Paul talked about, geez, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But with all those different quotes that Paul talked about, yeah, absolutely, history does seem to repeat itself, especially in markets. Every 10 years or so, we see the same thing in the stock market, up and down, up and down. And for people that, as Paul says, put stock in others to manage their money for them, buy stock in other companies and put stock in things outside of themselves, are doing themselves such a huge, huge injustice. The common sense thing about put your money in a 401k and listen to what Lehman Brothers says about doing with your money. For most people, that's a dead end. Most most 401k, well, all 401ks that I've looked at are basically at a lower level. If you started a 401k in 1999, you actually have less money in it today than you did. Than you would have if you put the big lump sum in '99. You'd have less money there today because of the fluctuations in the market. It's actually a fool's errand. Your money goes sideways when you entrust it to other people in the stock market or things like 401ks and listening to the common sense. And we're not those kind of people. We're people that want to take stock in ourselves and manage our own lives and have the ability to manage our own money and make our own decisions. So as Paul said, what we're selling here through Swiss Gold Global is choice. We're offering people the opportunity to have choices with our product and service.
You're dang right. Choice is what it's all about. And you know what? I'm going to put a plug out there, wealthhealth.swissgoldglobal.com, and if you see John's tagline up there, he is, he's got his Real Wealth Advocate, but I think You have your email up there, John, or your website up there, John?
Yep, freedomforlife.swissgoldglobal.com.
Yeah, choose either one, whichever, whoever you resonate the most with, John or myself, makes no difference. Go to the website, take a look at it, and look at the videos, and send us an email, or contact us. Our contact information's on the websites. And I want to go ahead and say, what, we're not some brilliant economic geniuses here, okay? We are not, people that have this great background of, creating wealth for the last 40, 50 years, 35 for John, 40, 50 for me. We're just people that look at things not like the herd, okay? I mean, and it's not that difficult, all right? I mean, yesterday was 2 plus 2, 4, and was last month 2 plus 2, 4, and last year 2 plus 2 was 4, wasn't it? 20 years ago, 2 plus 2 was still 4, and 100, and 1,000, and 5,000 years ago, 2 plus 2 was still 4, right? All we've done here, people, is we've gone out and looked at things and put 2 and 2 together. It's that simple. It's right there for everybody to figure out. There's nothing hidden. Well, actually, it's all hidden. It's all covered up. It's all masked. It's all, a facade, fake, phony, behind the curtain stuff. But it all comes down to one thing. 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's it. Nothing's changed. I mean, if I told you guys right now, check this out. If I told you guys right now that you have the best opportunity, quite possibly in your lifetime, would you be excited about that? I mean, to right now, the best opportunity, the best window of opportunity was open right now for you to do something. Would you be excited about that? And what if I told you that it's a small window? It might only be 3 to 5 years. Would that be something that would spark your sense of urgency? And what if I told you that, depending on your age and how old you are, this could quite possibly be the last opportunity that you have, or at least the only opportunity that you're going to have for a very long time to really get out there and make something different in your life? Would that motivate you to get off your tail? I was going to say ass, but oh, I guess I just did.
We're adults here.
Motivate you to get off your butts and do something right now to change your life? Well, guess what? That's where you're at right now. This is the best opportunity that we might quite possibly see for the rest of our lives to really make a huge difference in where you are today and where you end up, going down the road.
Absolutely.
Back to you, Dan.
Oh, back to me, you said? Yeah. No, absolutely. There's no better time than right now to start taking some massive actions if that window of opportunity is that small. And you know what? I happen to agree with Paul. But the beautiful thing is that you have the ability to develop and grow your belief system. And why are we ultimately coming here on these hangouts and part of Swiss Gold Global is because we seek financial freedom. I seek freedom in all areas of my life, not just finances, but Swiss Gold Global offers me another avenue of developing, as Paul's tagline is today, passive income. And that's really the road to financial freedom. And if you're part of something, a ground floor opportunity like this, network marketing business, to develop yourselves, to develop streams of passive income, and this window is 3 to 5 years, guess what? You could be financially free in 3 years or less. That's what Paul and I have been affirming for the last, 2 years. And we're going in our 3rd year of building that belief system of, hey, if we dedicate ourselves to a business that we start, if we put stock in ourselves and work smart and hard over the next 3 years, we're going to be financially free. And the amazing thing about that is, going into this year, there's no doubt in my mind that that's going to be achieved by the end of this year. And you've got to develop the mindset to believe that it is feasible. And hey, like Paul said, we've got a window of opportunity here because history repeats itself, and what's going on in the world today, there's always kind of every opportunity presented actually has a small window of opportunity to get involved with that opportunity. You know, you can't just let them pass you by. So when something's presented to you that is a good fit and you see the opportunity, you got to get over that hump of second guessing yourself and getting what they call the analysis paralysis, and just grab that opportunity and run with it. And with this small window of opportunity and being on the ground floor of a business like this, right, there's no better time than right now to get involved with a network marketing business and find one that resonates with you, find a system that resonates with you. And if our system resonates with you, here's a plug. If gold and silver savings resonates with you, if the kind of education and the kind of concepts that Paul and I talk about resonate with you, and you feel that, hey, I want to be financially free in 3 years or less, network marketing provides a passive income, and it's sharing a product and service with people that I care about and making a profit while doing so. Well, hell, I'm going to jump on board with this. Send Paul an email at health.swissglobal.com, swissgoldglobal.com, or send me an email at freedomforlife.swissgoldglobal.com, and we'll go ahead and, you know, talk with you direct and get you involved with what we're doing.
Well, those aren't emails, dude. Those are the websites. Go to the website, look around at them, and contact.
Well, that's true. Those are our websites, but you can actually email us through the website. There's a tab.
Right. Absolutely, you can. Email, or I think even our direct phone lines are on there too. You can give us a call if you like. What was I going to say? Where was I going with that? Really? Who's calling me at this hour? Hi, guys. Sorry, Mo can't talk. You said gold jumped $75 yesterday, from yesterday to today.
$70 plus, yes.
You know what I say to that? Who cares? Keep buying. You know.
Exactly. I'm just saying there were some indicators. It was an interesting conversation. I brought it up because of some of the quotes and things you were talking about there in the beginning, and having the ability to talk with someone who trades stocks every day, that watches the market, and get that insight into how the role of the stock market and the value of the U.S. currency affects gold and silver prices. And for anybody who thinks that the ramifications from what happened in 2008 we've really felt those ramifications yet, I think that, in my opinion, from what I've looked at over the last several years, I agree with Paul. There's a small window of opportunity because history repeats itself. But the next time we have another 2008, because our debt is higher, we've created another bubble, or not we, but the interest rates and the policies of the U.S. Federal Reserve and the U.S. government has created a bubble in the stock market. They've artificially suppressed gold and silver prices, which is creating a great buy opportunity right now. There's no better time than right now, I think, to get involved with network marketing and gold and silver savings in particular, because it's all about taking stock in yourself and saving your money in real wealth, and even looking at your time is something of value, and making the right decisions and taking the right actions, because it's my feeling, and we can go into this and it could take a lot longer than 20 minutes just to show all the evidence and have this conversation, but I wouldn't be so confident in any job or sales position I hold for another company. You've got to learn how to create your own economy and be independent, because it's not for me if, it's when this market crashes again, it's going to have very deep effects on everybody's retirement and everybody's livelihood, and the economy is going to slow down. How many people are going to be losing jobs again? And you want to be in a position where you own your life, and that you create your own economy, and you have taken stock and put stock in yourself.
And here's my take on why it's a short window. I mean, I don't think anybody can argue that the pace of this world is moving 2 to 3 times as fast as it was 10, 15 years ago. Would you agree?
5 years ago, even. I mean, it increases daily.
Things are moving at lightning speed today. And you know what? Nobody has time to fail. I mean, look at sports teams. In the old days, you used to have coaches and players that were on these teams forever, right? And then as time went by, players started coming and going. Then the next thing assistant coaches started coming and going. Now head coaches are coming and going. It's like, you get in there, you win today or you're out of here, right? Well, that mentality has moved right up the list, not just in sports. It's in politics now, too. You know what? The next person that comes into the presidency, they got to get in there. We got to make some big moves. We got to make this happen, or I'm going to be out of here. You know what I mean? It's that kind of an attitude. And you look at the next guy and who's going to be in coming after that, and there's going to be some huge blunders made. And the thing is when that happens, there's always something that's expanding as far as financial goes. And who are the people that take advantage of it? The rich people. And what do they do to it? They exploit the heck out of it. They exploit it till it blows up right in their face because it ain't going to hurt them none. They're making tons and tons of money on it. It's going to hurt you and us. We're the ones that eat the cheese, So that's the way it happens, and that's what's going to happen again. And like I said, everything's moving twice as fast as it ever was. And the last time, before 2007, that big long stretch, that was a 20-year stretch. Okay. It's not going to take 20 years for this to happen again, and we're already 8 years into it. So you tell me how big this window is. You tell me when the next one's coming. It ain't going to be that long. It's right around the corner. And with that, guys, we got to get out of here. You want to end this thing, John? One final word and say the prayer and take us home?
My final word is this, and I kind of think, for me, this was the theme of this little conversation today, and I know we didn't get into Chapter 5 like we talked about, but that's okay. There's always Friday. But we're so, I guess, as a society, we're in the habit of always putting stock in other people. Our retirement is about buying stock in other people's companies and buying stock through our 401ks and this and that. And common sense is failing us. And I think the theme of today's hangout really is to put stock in yourself, have faith in yourself, and develop your confidence and go out there and take some actions and build your own economy and become aware of the reality and the truth of what's going on in the world around you, especially economically, so that you can be in control of your finances, in control of your future, and you can create your own economy and have all the option and the choices to have financial freedom, spiritual freedom, health, mind, body, all of it. You have the ability to have all those things in your life now. You don't have to wait for it. You can have it today. So with that being said, take stock in yourself and ask, O universe, not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth through the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I may desire. So with that, have a fantastic day. We'll see you back on Friday, and thank you for joining us.